It's time to take a trip down memory lane with the original Magic Mouse, the one that started it all. Even though it's an older model, don't let its vintage status fool you. It still packs plenty of utility and that signature Apple design aesthetic. I've put together a few thoughts on why this classic might still deserve a spot on your desk, whether you're a collector or just looking for a sleek, more than functional tool. Just a heads up, I have included some affiliate links for the gear shown in this video. If you happen to grab something through them, it sends a little thank you my way at no extra cost to you, which really helps support the channel. Let's crack this open and see what's inside. It's always a little satisfying to peel back that packaging, even on a classic like this, isn't it? Of course, no Apple unboxing would be complete without that signature stack of paperwork. It's just your standard minimalistic literature that tells you everything you probably already know. Yet, we always feel compelled to flip through it anyway. Have a look. You can always pause the video at any time or fast forward it. All the mouse gestures and more. I'll demonstrate that when I make my case for why this is still a piece of tech worth owning if you're deep into the Apple ecosystem. Sure, it's a veteran, but there's a certain magic to how it pairs and plays with Apple hardware that keeps it relevant even today. This is a million-dollar question, isn't it? People have been wondering why Apple has been so committed to this specific design for, believe it or not, about 17 years now. It first hit the scene back in October 2009. And aside from swapping out those old AA batteries for a built-in rechargeable one in 2015, and eventually updating the port to USB-C. And I've owned the USB-C model, as you have seen in my videos. Anyway, the core vibe and shape have stayed remarkably consistent. It's almost like Apple decided they had on a specific aesthetic, ultra slim, minimalistic, and gesture heavy, and just stuck with it, even while the rest of the tech world leaned it heavily into chunky, ergonomic comfort designs. Oh, for this removable battery version, you never have to deal with downtime for charging. Just swap in a fresh pair of AA batteries, and you're back in action in literally 5 seconds. Look at that profile. It's less of a traditional mouse and more like a smooth, river-worn stone that just happens to be brilliant at navigating your desktop. These plastic rails will get scratched up, but they will last for a long while. Have a look. It really highlights how Apple prioritizes a less is more philosophy. And I'll talk about the foldable mouse in a bit. And connecting it is quite simple. One thing to keep in mind if you go the rechargeable battery route is that your Mac might not always report a perfect 100% charge. Surely you might not be used to this, especially since we've grown so accustomed to everything having a built-in non-removable battery these days. Yeah, you can always get more powerful, long-lasting AA batteries, like these ones here. Link is in the description. Let's talk about what this thing can do for your workflow. If you're already locked into the Apple ecosystem, tools like Final Cut Pro feel almost tailor-made for it. Just look at that. You can glide across your entire timeline with just a gentle swipe of your finger. It's all just fluid, responsive movement. Versus a typical mouse, well, this one is not quite typical, but you get the idea. Where you're stuck doing the modifier key dance, holding down shift while painstakingly rolling your scroll wheel just to nudge your way across a long edit. With the Magic Mouse, you aren't fighting the hardware, you're just gliding, which makes moving through a complex multi-layer timeline feel almost like you're physically pushing the video clips around.
승무원들이 주기적으로 화장실을 점검하고 있으나 청결하지 못한 부분을 발견하실 경우 알려주십시오.
Let's talk about traveling with it. When you're working out of a hotel room where barely enough desk space to fit a coffee cup, you can hold down that touch-sensitive surface to grab files, then fluidly scroll through your folders or across your desktop to drop them exactly where they need to go, all without having to lift and reset your mouse in a cramped corner. It's that ability to execute complex multi-step actions using just simple swipes and gestures that makes you feel like you have a full professional-grade desk setup, even when you're technically squeezing your work into a tiny hotel nook. Just have a look. It's definitely not always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you have to get creative with your workspace. You can dive into your system settings and customize exactly how you interact with your Mac with this mouse. For example, you can toggle Smart Zoom on and off. Sure, you can drag and drop files with a regular mouse, but let's be honest, it feels like trying to perform surgery with a pair of oven mitts. Have a look. To swap things up, let's talk about the reality of the battery situation, because it's definitely a trade-off. On the bright side, when you run low, you don't have to tether your mouse to a cable and it becomes useless. You can just pop those fresh ones in, facing the exact same direction even, and you're instantly back to full power. Well, almost for my batteries. Of course, the disadvantage is that you'll want to keep a spare pair charged and ready to go in your bag so you're never caught empty-handed. Now you might be curious about these foldable mice I sometimes use. I usually save these for light-duty stuff at coffee shops. Think quick web browsing, checking emails, or simple navigation where I don't need a lot of precision. They're perfect for that because they are incredibly portable and just disappear into my bag. And that's a wrap for this look at the Magic Mouse 1. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you watching, and I hope this helped to see why this classic is still a little bit of magic in the right setup. And do come back for the next video where we dive into something else interesting.